life has changed. It's more than 20 years since the white hell came upon us, and people struggled to survive this apocalypse. But no one really knows why this happened. We blame the government and thought they knew all about it and did nothing. But the thing is, no one knew. We're all in the same big white shit. It's the same everywhere. Europe, America, Africa, you name it. I don't know how many survivors are out there around the world, but I can tell you here in this city that we built, a few thousand, we're doing our best to live a good life. The thing is, I don't know for how long we can survive, so I want to make sure our story is here. It's proof of our existence. It's because we fought for humanity, for us. I'm Russell, and I'm writing the first few pages of my story here, in my humble, cold little house. And let me tell you how everything began. I remember the last summer I had. I spent the last days of August with my dad at our lake house. Everything was perfect. You had your sunny days, calm weather, not even the smallest breeze. Dad and I wanted to have one of those dad and son bonding experiences, a good weekend to do man stuff. So we swam through the lake, hitchhiked in the forest, and even taught me how to fish. Time passes really fast when you do things you love with those you love, so we had to go back home pretty quickly to Mom. I remember looking at the blue sky for the first time in my life. It felt like it was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen. And just like that, you know something bad will happen. When we were getting close to our home, gray clouds were gathering above the city, and soon after, the first raindrops. Slowly, the weather was getting colder and colder by the day until it reached 10 degrees Celsius, and no one had an explanation for it. Soon, after we thought that we were about to see the sun again, temperatures dropped down to 1 degree Celsius. When the first snowflake hit the ground, we did not panic because the weather was so damn crazy for the past 10 years. But then it kept snowing for a few days with short breaks in between, enough to make you think twice about what's going on. The news was mostly about the weather, and scientists were giving us different explanations. I don't remember what or who was saying what. I just was a child back then. For me, this was fun because I was playing outside in the snow with my friends. And then during the nights, temperatures were going below 10 degrees. During the day, it was around -1 degree, and it was snowing all the time. And that was the moment when I saw my parents panicking. They were trying to buy lots of groceries, or at least they were trying to find anything they could because everyone else was doing the same. We couldn't even leave the city at that point. The roads were not cleared anymore by the authorities, and it was just impossible. They stopped providing heat for the city. We covered the windows with wooden planks and carpets to warm the apartment, and a bit to protect it against the cold from the outside. The food supplies were getting lower and lower. My mother was crying all the time. We were scared, thinking that this might be the end of it. On the streets, people were fighting for anything that they could help themselves to survive with. It was not safe anymore. One day my dad had to go outside looking for some food, clothes, rugs, or something to burn to warm up ourselves. And I remember, we were there waiting for him to get back to us. We got scared and afraid because anything could have happened to him. Time was passing by and it got darker outside. And he didn't come home. But then, we heard the sound of something that I will never forget.